Welcome everybody, and thank you for joining me today. I was reading an article about Tina Turner, and she spoke out about her oldest son. She spoke about his suicide, and she was really confused about it because the last she knew that he had just had a new girlfriend. He spoke about her very highly and how he really liked her, and that she was a good person. Also, she spoke of him being having a position with a prominent real estate company, and that he seemed to be happy with that position. He lived in a good area, Studio City, I think it is said, but I'll leave the link to the article in the description area. And she said that the last few times that she spoke with him, she did notice a difference in the conversation. She did know a difference in the way, things were going in that conversation, but she didn't realize it till after the suicide. Now, Craig committed suicide July 3rd, and it was told that it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and it didn't say whether he left a suicide note. The article, I don't remember seeing that, reading that, but if you guys read the article and you see that, please bring it to my attention and put it in the comments section. But suicide, I know this is a dark subject, but it's reality, it's life, unfortunately. Suicide is just so final. Like someone says, a final solution to a temporary problem. And I believe that. It's like a lot of times if you could just, the next morning or the next day, things doesn't seem as grim as they are for right now. Now, I do have experience with a family member committing suicide a few years ago. This family member did not live close, and I didn't know a lot about him. I know that he was 27. I don't know how he poisoned how he died, whether he poisoned himself. I don't know why that sticks on my mind, but I'm not sure. And I really didn't want to ask questions because, you don't go up to the mom or you don't go up to the dad and start asking questions like that. So I just kept my mouth shut and just, tried to comfort each person. Now, the family member, it was his son. At the funeral, and I had a chance to go, he was sitting at the front on the end, to my right, and oh God, when he hugged me, he just squared me, and I could feel the hurt without him even saying anything. And I didn't say anything about his son, only to say I'm sorry for his loss. And he said I loved you, and I said I love you, which I don't say that a lot, and when I tell somebody that, I mean it. He tried to put on a brave front, I think. He's a good-hearted person, and I just didn't want to ask him for details. I just didn't want to. To me, it's a morbid curiosity, and I'm not about that. At the repast, I was able to talk to the mom, and I didn't mean to make her cry. I just told her whenever she's ready and she wants to talk, I want to hear about whatever she has to say, and I just leave it at that. And so that must have struck a nerve, or just a remembrance of her son, because when she wrote in the program, when she wrote what she wrote in that, she expressed how, she didn't for him to go to that extreme, that he felt like she was confused why he felt that he had to do that. I'm paraphrasing. But anyway, at that funeral, I just looked at that young man, and all I could say was, what were you going through? What was so bad? That you had to do that. Everyone that spoke up, I mean, it was standing room only, and everybody had such beautiful things to say about him. So, if you feel like you are at your wit's end, I will leave a link, the telephone number of the suicide hotline. Please talk to someone. Don't take your life. I'm going to end this right now. Thank you for joining me.